Hey Fast Trackers, this is Trainer Brad. I'm here with Trainer Pam, and we had a good question on the website about resistance bands and what is it that, how can you integrate resistance bands into your workout, and what's the best way of for a beginner, advanced, and someone that is in the middle of their program, what's the best way that they can utilize the resistance band in their workout?
I think they get a little confused because it's not like using dumbbells where you have a set 10 pounds, 12 pounds, 20 pounds.
Exactly.
It's color-coded. People are like, what does that mean? I don't know what to start with.
Right.
It's a little more confusing starting out with them.
And most manufacturers will have resistance bands with certain colors. And so usually the lighter colors, and this isn't universal for all companies, but most of them will have the lighter resistance bands for lighter and beginners, and then the heavier resistance will be darker colors like purple, black, blue, and then in between they'll have
red and green,
right, and then the yellow for the
right.
lighter resistance, and then I've got a purple one here. So let's just say you're starting out and you're a beginner and you want to just do some of those not main muscle groups, but those kind of smaller muscle groups.
Mm-hmm.
So with the beginning resistance band, you will want to do, some tricep extensions or bicep curls, or even do shoulder raises, just so you can get that full extension. And you were saying earlier, Pam, about
yeah, you can
putting your foot on a different length based on how much resistance you want, and you can do that.
Within one resistance band is going to be different levels of resistance as well, depending on how you go about it. For example, doing that tricep extension. If my foot's down towards the end here, I'm not going to have as much range of motion, so it's going to be easier. But if I crank it up and I step down here, I've got a much bigger range of motion, more resistance.
Right.
So it increases within a band before you even might want to jump to the next color of resistance band. So there's a lot within one band that can challenge you.
Absolutely. And so, and you'll know based on your progress when it's time to bounce up to the next resistance. Like Pam was saying, the red and the green are kind of the middle of the road, and then the heavy duty ones are when we went to that training, there was monster bands.
They had monster bands, and we're going to bring you some more on these pretty soon because they're fun. You can do a lot with them. They're like a rubber band.
Right.
So they're kind of that same shape. They look like a giant rubber band.
Right.
And they're awesome.
A thickness to them.
You can do a lot with them.
But
they're a little different than resistance bands.
Yeah.
So these are awesome though. You can get a lot of great, but it really depends on the exercise you're doing, the amount of resistance that you need.
Right.
But you do want to work your way up, and like we said, within one band can be different levels. And we have this fun gadget.
Yep. This is
This connects like 3 resistance bands to give you even more resistance. So you are never out of options when it comes to resistance bands.
Yeah. Here you might want to do squats with these. How much resistance is that for you? Yeah, I mean, you're going to get a lot there. And
right.
So squats, you may want to do shrugs with something like this. And again, it's an advanced level of resistance. So doing shrugs like that. Here's one, Pam, that I have, and I use this kind of universally, but again, you can't get full range of motion sometimes, even doing it like this. Where you're stepping it, and so I'll go down a different resistance level, or I may grab these bigger bands and use them for squats or lunges or something like this. But you can just stick with one band if you want, and use it for many different types of exercises. But the whole point is that for lighter beginners, you want to have the lighter colors, and intermediate folks, you want to have the green and the red, and heavy duty, you want to have the darker colors.
And the point is to also still challenge yourself.
Absolutely.
So if you're not feeling challenged, step it up. Change where you're placing your resistance band within the exercise, or change what resistance band you are going to work your way up as you progress. So always challenge yourself. Don't just think this is too easy. Resistance bands are also fabulous for people who are injured because they're easier on your joints and such. They're super good for you if you're injured. So
I keep thinking rotator cuff and shoulders and get full range of motion. Exactly.
Yep.
And they're great to travel. I mean, it's easy.
Oh, they're awesome to travel with. You can take them anywhere.
Yeah.
Keep them in your car. Keep them. You can, if you fly a lot, you can take them and travel with them big time. They're awesome. So
All right. Well,
lots of options with resistance bands.
yeah.
And they're inexpensive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, gotta love it.
Well, super. Let us know what you think of them. And also, there was a website that I wanted folks to look at. It's roguefitness.com. Roguefitness.com has the monster bands. If you want to check those out to see what those are.
I can't wait to get my hands on some
I know.
of those.
We'll have to do another video.
I know. We got to bring you some stuff on those. They're awesome. So, okay. Sounds great.
So give us your
Good
comments
job, Brad.
below. Thanks. Give us your comments below and let me know what you think. See ya.